From the Queen City, we're live inside Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Cincinnati Reds. It's Reds baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jarlin Garcia will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Steve Cook, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. With that, a look at the batting order for the Marlins. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
You know, they really need Tulo to get his bat going sooner than later. Look, he's coming off a month where he hit under 200. That's under the Mendoza line, which is like almost unheard of. I guess some guys do it, but man, this guy's really struggling. He's lucky he's still in the lineup.
Stepping in, Billy Hamilton. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for the Reds, center fielder, Billy Hamilton.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. And there's one gone to start the night. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matt, when we drove over to the ballpark today, we were expecting some offensive firepower, especially in this yard. It's a hitter's yard, but that could sometimes work against them. I'm interested to see what lineup stays within themselves and executes and manufactures to get this W.
Batting second.
And here's Jose Peraza.
Jose Peraza.
Sent on the ground out to second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit.
Man, I thought this at-bat was over. Down 0-2. He's able to work himself back into a hitter's count, 2-2, and he's able to find a knockout there.
In is Joey Votto now. He carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play.
Joey Votto.
On the ground to second base. This could be 2. Tulowitzki for 1. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on this Monday night after this. Ready now for Cincinnati, Scooter Gennett. And he's a guy who's been absolutely terrific over the last couple of series. Really swinging it well. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Cook. And that's the second out. So striding in, Adam Duvall. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. He's set. Here it comes. That's a strike to throw down. And he is caught stealing to retire the side. Boy, oh boy. Another look at the throwdown that results in a third out on the bases. More ahead from Great American Ballpark right after this. Digging in for his second at-bat, Steve Cook. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes, Dan.
He's making it nearly impossible for a pitcher right now. Up, down, in and out, hard, soft. Anything you throw forward to home plate, this guy seems to somehow be able to find a hole.
The batter, third baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brian Anderson. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses for the second ball. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Cook aboard here at first with nobody out. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw to third. And he's out on a strong throw. Digging in once again, Steve Cook. He singled his last time up.
Steve Cook.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. A ball and a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2. Brian Anderson is on deck. Now the 3-2 pitch is put in play to the right side of the infield. Jeanette charging in on it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth. Digging in and looking for more, Joey Votto. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit out towards second. Cook right there on the first, and Votto's gone for out number 2. Ready for another chance. Scooter Jeanette. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Hard hit ball to second. Backhanded. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Up next from Miami, Steve Cook. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And a good spot for that pitch as it's chopped foul. The pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
That pitch just had too much velocity on it for you to catch up to that. Unless you're cheating to a high fastball above the belt and you're all in, I say you got to find a way to lower your sights or it's going to be a tough game.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, number 71.
Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get it? And that's out number 1.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure is off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Miami Marlins jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Taylor Clark notches his 3rd win of the year. Drew Steckenrider closes the door for the save, his 18th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
For the Reds, 1 run, 8 hits.
Almost set for evening baseball from Great American Park in Cincinnati. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Cincinnati Reds. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Amir Garrett is on the mound for game 2. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Batting third baseman.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Steve Cook, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. And the run will score as the Marlins have claimed the early 1-0 advantage. And he will pull into second with an RBI double. Already their 2nd double of this first inning, guys.
Yeah, he's not fooling anybody so far, Matt. Like you said, that's the 2nd double he's given up here. And if he doesn't get things figured out, it's going to be a real short outing.
Batting 4th, center fielder number 9.
Pickoff move to second, and the runner back. Cook, the runner at second with 1 away. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner, and I mean just off the corner.
The 1-2.
Come on, get there,
Drilled right back up the middle. Towards second, Jeanette is there, and there are 2 away now. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
This team does it a little bit different, Matty. They're not going to drive the ball out of the ballpark. They are dead last in home runs. Usually a bad sign. But they can score in a variety of different ways. They got guys with great approaches, and they try and move and manufacture runs as well as they can. Be on the lookout for the little things today.
Digging in, Elvis Rodriguez. And the Marlins looking for more in the game's opening frame. The 1-2. Misses down below the knees.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
2-out base runner aboard in the top of the first. high in the air down the right field line. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. He'll try it again, 3-2. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. The Marlins on top, 1-0. Coming to the plate now, Derek Norris, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. One out and a runner on second base. Now a bunt attempt here. Only play to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Steve Cook. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch coming, here it is. High in the air out to center field. Moving under it, Patterson looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Ready for another shot now, Steve Cook. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Three runs, 5 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Boy, there's the perfect pitch right there, the straight changeup. He hadn't used it yet in this at-bat, and what does he do? He uses it, pulls the string, and gets the big strikeout.
Digging in to try it again, Adam Duvall. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Swinging a ground ball to third. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Good time now to check out the Marlins Road to the Show report as you see a couple of players in the upper levels of the minors that have been making waves as of late. So stepping in, Steve Cook, and a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th. Looking to keep this a 1 run. The pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1.
This is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from him a little, so we'll see how he deals with it.
Into center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit.
Right here, right here.
And they'll add another run to their lead as the run scores from second to make it 4-2 now.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. Full count still. The payoff pitch one more time. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Now in the box, Elvis Rodriguez.
Catcher, Elvis Rodriguez.
This is line to left. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. 1 run scores. And the second run will score here as they open things up to a 6-2 advantage.
Dan, from a pitcher standpoint, that's a backbreaker. 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get 2 outs, and all of a sudden you give up that big base hit.
In now for the Reds, Jordan Patterson. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them.
And there's 1 down now.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The Miami Marlins crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Number 87 takes the win on the mound, his 2nd of the year. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins, 6 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Reds, 2 runs on 8 hits.
Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Reds since 2003, Great American Ballpark. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the Miami Marlins and the Cincinnati Reds. Stay tuned for Reds baseball next. Brendan Finnegan gets the start for Cincinnati in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the 1st inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
Second baseman, Steve Cook.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. And guys, these Reds, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, nothing better than winning that last game at home before you go on a long road trip. They have the opportunity to do that today. Let's see if they get it done.
No doubt about it, Dero. They're looking to embark on an 8-game road trip. First things first, win this one here. Worry about getting on that bird for 8 games after this one here today.
Can't can get him to chase. It's 1-2. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
And the sinking fastball called strike 3, and that's out number 1.
Okay, here's how the Reds are lining up in this one. And guys, let's focus our attention on center fielder Billy Hamilton, a pitcher's dream out there covering gap to gap. He makes the extraordinary play look routine. Seriously, probably the best range of any center fielder in the game.
Coming to the plate now, Adam Duvall. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. He's right there. To second for 1. The relay on to first. The double play, and the side is retired. Boy, oh boy. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. Striding in once again, Steve Cook. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here comes the first pitch. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. One run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Number 15 has a play. 2 down. So here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Steve Cook. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line drive to center field. But this will not get down quickly enough as it's pulled in out there in center, and that ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 6th, 7th, and 8th place hitter. So striding forward now, Jordan Patterson.
Right fielder, Jordan Patterson.
Now the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. The spin throw gets him at first. Nicely done for the 2nd out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Steve Cook.
Steve Cook.
First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. The 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit.
I mean, that fires me up right there. Opposite field knock, and in today's game, where every manager is employing hundreds of shifts to watch this batter go the other way, was special.
Up next for the Marlins, third baseman, Ryan.
That misses. 1-2. And a slider slider. Called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. Reds lead this one 6-3. Now to the plate, number 15. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit out towards second. Right to him. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 left for Cincinnati as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the save.
6-4 the outcome today. Cincinnati used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Brendan Finnegan earns his 6th winning decision in this one. Kyle Crockett records the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to